Hello Aquarius Sun sign and Aquarius rising. This is your forecast for February 2016, and the month starts out with the sun rolling through your first house, and it's going to stay there until February 19th. So I would like to say that with the sun in the first house, it's said to be exalted. So what does that mean? It's an astrological terminology, meaning that it works quite well. It's quite comfortable in the first house. First house is the house of self. It's all about you and what you want and what your needs are. So the universe is giving you a bit of a permission slip to believe in yourself and to be more selfish. So I think selfish is a word that's gotten a bit of a bad rap in our culture. If you don't take care of your own unique wants and needs, who will? Okay, so make time for yourself. Do what you want to do more so. Okay, this is also about launching plans. If you've been just setting on certain plans that you've had, or being a perfectionist, trying to make them perfect in some way, what I would say is it's time to stop thinking, time to start doing. Okay, whatever that is for you. The first house is one of the houses of health, so one of those things that you might feel inspired to take action on is becoming healthier, especially with fitness. You know, anything that gets your heart beating. Okay, so what I would say is that if you're already someone who's very fitness conscious, this is a month where you're really going to want to pay attention more closely to it, maybe intensify your workouts in some way. And if you don't do anything, this is a good time maybe to just start slow, maybe commit to walking so many days a week or whatever it is that you enjoy. But the sun in the first house indicates there's an opportunity to be stronger and more powerful in your physical body. Okay, now February 5th, the sun makes a sextile to Uranus. Uranus is in your third house of ideas. So you really could feel quite inspired, definitely needing to take action. You feel more passionate in a sense of it's now or never. Okay, so this is a great month for you. Just in general, I would say to take action toward your plans, toward hopes and dreams that inspire you. Also, once again, to get in shape. Again, Uranus is in the third house. You might have some really good ideas, perhaps even groundbreaking ideas that you've never tried before that could get you to your goals more quickly. Also want to say that jumping forward to February 14th, Mercury moves into Aquarius, and then the very next day, February 15th, Venus moves into your first house. So as Shakespeare would say, to thine own self be true is a big theme for you this month. What about you? When do you get what you want? This is definitely a month to nurture yourself and to go after the things that inspire you. Okay, now also going back to February 5th, the sun makes a square aspect to Mars. Mars is in your 10th house, and square aspects denote conflict, tension, stress. Perhaps you're pushing yourself too hard, trying to get too much done. It could just say that you're impatient with yourself or the pace of how things are getting done. It's like, why is this taking so long? This is ridiculous. You could have some feelings, especially like that in regards to your career. Mars is in the 10th house of career, and just pushing yourself too hard. Take it easy on yourself. There is a good thing about this aspect. It gives you a lot of drive. You're not really happy with how things are, so you're going to make it better. So it definitely gets you out of any ruts, but I just want to say, don't push too hard, don't be overly ambitious. I also want to say it can make you very stubborn with how you want to get things accomplished. And if you have to work with others or work on a project with others or anything like that, it can indicate stubbornness and a willingness to not compromise, which can lead to conflict. So just be aware of that. Try to be open-minded and be willing to compromise. Okay, now February 6th, Venus aligns with Pluto, makes a sextile to Mars. Venus, Pluto, and Mercury are in your 12th house. So one of the things that I would say is that, especially with all this energy in your 12th house, that you really need to tap into your intuitive nature a bit more The 12th house is the house of spirituality, and it definitely says that taking time to really slow down and think about what's happening in regards to your career is going to be a positive thing for you. It indicates that you can see things more clearly if you'll just take the time to do so, and you could come up with some interesting strategies that can improve things in your career in some way. Okay, now the sun goes into Pisces February 19th, and that is in your second house. Okay, so the second house on one level is about money and finances. On a deeper level, and in my opinion more important level, is about your self-esteem. So I would like to say this: I'm a big believer in the law of attraction, which states that like attracts like. So if you don't feel worthy of material abundance, this philosophy states that the universe will reflect that truth back to you. It'll say, you know what, you're right, you're absolutely right, here you go. So make sure you're working on feeling worthy of all good things, especially material abundance. So love yourself. Think more deeply about how you contribute, how your talents are worthy of attracting financial abundance in some way. So value yourself more deeply, in other words. Now, on February 28th, the sun aligns with Neptune. So again, the sun's in Pisces, and it's aligned with a ruler of Pisces. What does that mean? It indicates that whatever you do for money, there's a deep need to make sure that it's making the world a better place. There's a spiritual component to what you do for money, like in some ways, your ideas or the project you're working on is going to make people's lives better in some way. Or maybe it's about helping Mother Earth or nature or animals or something like that. But there is a very compassionate, almost selfless, loving nature to this aspect. And for you, there's a deep need to give of yourself in some project. So it definitely says you can be making money, but it can't just be about the money. It has to have meaning behind it. So there you go. That concludes your forecast for the month of February. I do indeed hope you have a great month, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.